The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the Morning Crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
Let's go. Give us that proof of life check-in, 312-591-8300. Obviously really sloppy out there.
Oof.
Wet, snowy, sleety, slippery, so be very careful out there. All our trucker listeners, trucker Mike checked in. He goes, hey, I know it doesn't look like tons of snow necessarily everywhere, but it is slick out there. So-
It really is. And I had people driving nuts. It took me probably an extra. I drove for about an hour and 45 minutes today.
Damn, that's from Elgin into downtown.
Yeah, it's nasty, and even where it's not snowing, I don't know. You hit the highway, like when you get on 90, and you're like, I don't know if this is rain or if this is snow. I don't know if it's because of the speed I'm hitting it, but you know what it is it's hard to see. Because you know when there's like that much water and then the lights and then headlights, and I'm like, I got nothing. I can't see anything.
I got nothing.
This is not good.
So let's see. So Case comes in from my neighborhood, but he takes the bus. How was that trip, him in the bus, waiting for it?
The CTA buses are like military-grade tanks.
That's true.
I'm really not concerned unless it's heavy snowfall.
Right, but you had to wait for it in the wet snow.
I got a bus stop.
You got undercover there?
Yeah.
You got to walk to the bus stop. Oh, no, it's right out in front of your luxury apartment. I forgot.
Okay, easy on the luxury apartment.
Oh my God, by the way, I dropped off Case at his luxury apartment for Twisted Christmas.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this looks lovely. It looked so nice from the outside. It had a really pretty like brick like overhang.
Sure.
And then it has those those like huge lights that you put outside your house with the flickering flame. I'm like,
yeah.
what is this? The Ritz-Carlton?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's so nice.
How long has your laundry room been out of service?
Oh my God, for over a year. The laundry room thing is a whole fiasco.
Yeah.
I just want to wash my clothes in peace, and I can't even do
Do you know
that.
how many young women walked in with their small dogs? I'm like, oh, this is a
That's
routine.
not true.
Oh, there were so many that walked past us with their little fluffy puppies.
I don't notice young women in my apartment.
He's just living in a Kardashian complex over
This
there.
is not true.
I'm like, is that Paris Hilton? Why am I giving you a ride?
I moved into that apartment before I was struggling when I moved into that.
Are you trying to say you've been gentrified? What are you trying to say? You were there before it was nice?
I think I helped gentrify it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's bad news if I move into your neighborhood. Just know prices are going up.
Yeah, there's gonna be a record store coming soon, an expensive coffee shop with vegan options.
There's that in Uptown. So if you are driving to the Aragon on, I guess, not Irving Park, I forget what that road is, but there's a brand new Stan's Donuts there.
Is it on Montrose?
Yeah.
It's on
and
Montrose.
when I drove by that Stan's for the first time, I was like, that's going to be a problem. Prices are going to go up just because this Stan's Donuts is super, super nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God! I'll tell you what. So over the holiday break, like the week of Christmas, me and my husband, we took my son to the Museum of Science and Industry.
Yeah.
Which I thought would blow my son away, right?
Because it's incredible.
We did the Pompeii exhibit. We went all out. Not super affordable. You remember back in the day when museums were like $5?
Yeah.
I was under the impression that was still the price of museums. It's obviously been a minute for me, and I'm like, oh my God, this would have been a good Christmas present. I wasn't aware. And the only thing he could effing focus on was the fact that there was a Stan's Donuts at the entrance.
Hey,
and I didn't
man.
hear about it. I'd hear about it the whole day. And then we finally got him a donut, and it was like the only time he smiled. I'm like, we could have just went to Stan's Donuts. Anyway, this sucks.
You're like, you know what? There's an entire jet intact in this museum.
We're going to walk through a real airplane. And by the way, the only thing that excites them is the stuff that costs extra money or extra tickets that you didn't buy.
Yeah.
She's like, we're going to go on a submarine. I'm like, oh, no, we're going to probably look at it because apparently that's another exhibit.
Well, just look at the outside. The inside, you can Google the images and look on the inside and do
I'm
it
like,
that
it wasn't
way.
free to get in here.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
on Q101.
Well, listen, last night we got sports coming up, but I can't wait. Coming up at 7:05, we'll talk about Michigan winning the national title last night. But one of the most special moments was at the end of the game. J.J. McCarthy from the Chicago area was interviewed and brought up something about what Jim Harbaugh called him. And here it is.
Coach has called you the greatest college quarterback to ever play at Michigan. What do you think you are?
I think I'm J.J. McCarthy, kid from LaGrange Park, Illinois, that's just trying to be the best he could possibly be every day. That's all I think of myself as.
Wow.
How about you add national champion to that?
Yeah, we'll take that. That's for sure.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you so
Let's
much.
go to Molly with Blake Corum.
Started screaming. It was such a cool moment. And she kind of set him up for they call you the greatest quarterback of all time. You know, Tom Brady went to Michigan. And he just kind of got humble. So I'm just a kid from LaGrange Park. He played for Nazareth Academy. And another Michigan player on there, too, Tyler Morris. I mean, it was a lot of locals there last night featured on TV in that unbelievable game. I got to contain myself.
I couldn't tell if you were happy or not based off your statuses.
I said holy S on my Facebook. I just didn't know what else to say at that moment when they won because I can't believe Michigan
And then
won.
I come in today and you're like, wow. Just wow. And I'm like, I can't tell if you're mad or happy. I don't know what happened.
So should I say I'm happy?
You should be like, that was amazing.
It was incredible.
Just a lot of misleading things.
So happy. But we'll get more on that in sports coming up and some facts here coming up to make your brain just go with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. It's Bob Moses.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
All right, time for a fact that makes your brain just go. And I said when you hear this fact, you're going to stop drinking this. And I am today, or at least when I run out of this. I'm pretty cheap. I'm not going to like throw anything away. I'm going to drink it all up, and then I'm going to stop drinking it this
Are you
way.
a sponge?
Well, this blew me away when I read this last night. And I think some people knew a little bit about this problem, but the average water bottle from a new study contains 240,000 pieces of cancer-causing nanoplastics. That's staggering itself, right? But that's 100 times more than they previously thought. So they always knew there's little plastics. We swallow plastic. I think the stat is that we swallow a credit card's worth of plastic a week. It's in our food, it's in our water, it's in our sodas, it's everywhere. You almost can't avoid it.
Right.
These
Because
little nanoplastics.
everything comes in plastic.
Yeah, even if it comes in a can like a Coke, it still goes through some kind of thing in a factory through some kind of tubes with plastic in it, and the stuff breaks off. But a water bottle has 240,000 pieces of cancer-causing nanoplastics in it?
Well, that'll do it.
I
That's
guess.
not good.
I know.
That's not good.
Exactly. So,
You know, it is interesting, though, because I feel like you've read plenty of things about that are bad for you. And you're
Yeah.
like, I draw the line. I'm not having any more of that water.
yeah, no more water.
This has always been my theory. Drinking water sucks.
Okay.
I
There's
hate
other
drinking
ways
water.
to drink water. You could fill up a little. Look at my little tumbler right here. Hello, I got a little Bubba. Bubba? Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, this is called Bubba.
Well, that's the thing. See, now should I go out and get in line at Target and push over a bunch of people, get one of those Stanley things that everybody's killing
No.
each other for?
Okay. Here's the deal. The Stanley thing is so dumb. I have something that looks identical to a Stanley because I wanted the size. Normally, I wanted it for iced coffee, but then I got pregnant and I had to put water in it. Okay, so
Oh.
went to TJ Maxx.
Yup.
Got the same style with the same effect. The brand was called Wellness, and I spent $12.99 on it. So do not go buy a $45 plus Stanley. It is so unnecessary. All these things work. This Bubba is probably like $11.
It's a wellness Bubba? Is that what
No,
it is?
this one's a Bubba. I have one that looks like a Stanley.
Oh.
That's called a Wellness.
'Cause I can't tell the difference. I'm looking at that one. That was like the Stanley one that I'm looking
No,
online.
because this one doesn't have a handle and stuff. Like the Stanley's got the handle and it's big and whatever.
God.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just like I do not understand the Stanley thing. I don't get
Apparently
it.
somebody on TikTok like did a video drinking and everybody went, now they push over people like it's Black Friday getting these Stanley cups at
Well,
Target.
I don't know if you saw. There's a girl selling pictures with her new Stanley.
Jeez.
You could pay her $10 and meet her in a parking lot and take a picture with that, like the limited edition. I swear to God.
What a world.
Oh, I love her.
What
That's
a
awesome.
world.
I mean, good for her. I'm
Yeah.
gonna knock nothing. But like, why, like all the things to spend money on in this world that are like worth seeing, like go to a museum or something, and like
Yeah.
you're gonna like spend money to take pictures with a cup.
You know what? Maybe I'll buy a Bubba, but go pay here $10 to get a picture with the Stanley so that people think I have the Stanley, but I'm just drinking out of the Bubba.
Well, like, why? I don't get it. Like, I'm not like, I'd sleep with that person. They have a Stanley. Like, what does it accomplish?
I have no idea, but
Well, Kinsey, I have a Bubba-related question for you.
Yeah.
Does your Bubba fit in a cup holder?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's a huge draw for the
And so
Stanley.
does my wellness. So I've had this Bubba since I was like in high school. Like my parents gave this
Oh, is
to
that
me.
right?
This is old.
It's a good,
The
durable
wellness
Bubba.
one- yeah. The wellness one I liked because it had a handle, and then also it's the exact Stanley fit where it has like the wider top, but then it gets skinnier at the bottom, so it fits in a cup holder. So my wellness one literally looks identical to a Stanley. They're at TJ Maxx.
Man,
God.
Maxinistas, you guys are just built different.
Hell yeah. Listen, I'm a thrifty hoe. I'm not playing with these bitches. So okay?
Well-
I'm not doing it.
But I've heard about you.
yeah, the word on the street.
I like to buy something. I bought this wicker basket the other day with a slight lean in it and brought it right up to the cash register. I was like, but it's broken, so put the discount on it.
Hello?
Because I'm going to slide a book right under this thing, okay?
Like 20
And no
people
one's gonna
behind you?
know.
And
Yep.
Just buy it. Just buy it. No, I want the cheaper
I
price.
bought a trash can that you can't even see. Like, it goes, like, the ones that go, like,
Wait, what do you mean a trash can that you can't see?
like,
Is it a
invisible.
magic track?
Wait a minute.
No, I bought like this trash can from, again, it was either Home Goods or TJ, like, you know, one of those places.
Yeah.
And it's one of the ones that you would put in your, like, under your bathroom sink, right? So you don't, like, it's not sitting out.
Okay.
So it's not invisible.
No.
You just put it
I
somewhere.
apologize, but I didn't clarify. I thought you guys would be able to handle this.
I thought that was going to be the fact.
I was like, oh my
That
God.
makes your brain go crazy.
Okay, so I went and did that.
Yeah.
But there was a little scuff on top of it. And mind you,
Oh.
I'm not going to have the trash can out, but I'm like, there's a scuff on this. So if we could just
Listen,
discount it, it's clearly damaged.
listen, as a cheapskate, I ain't hating on that at all.
I'm not like get your deals. Do not let capitalism win.
Yeah, that's right. Don't.
Stupid Stanleys. Here's what you do. You buy a normal colors, like whatever, wellness, and if you want it to be red, you paint it. Go get
Yeah.
a red Sharpie.
Yeah.
Like, don't do this.
Yep. And that's a lesson today from Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Buy a Bubba.
Don't
Buy
let
a
capitalism
Bubba, buy a
win.
like, just go get your cups from TJ Maxx. Stop playing.
And TJ Maxx is also selling invisible trash cans. Remember
They
that,
are
everybody?
Damaged ones.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. How to get amazing trips to see Blink, Green Day, Foo Fighters, just a couple seconds. We're just talking about those Stanley cups everybody's like killing each other for. And Kenzie said, just buy the Bubba at TJ Maxx.
Or the wellness.
Or the Wellness, or any other cup.
Really just the knockoff ones in general.
Well, Julio checked in and said, thank the Lord for basic bitches. He said, my wife got one of those Stanleys from Starbucks for $60 and then sold it for $180.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, it's turning around, flipping it like a stock. It's amazing.
Like
I
a
feel like
stock.
this gives Beanie Baby energy though, where people are gonna go nuts and buy them for the resale opportunity. They're gonna be like, "Oh, I bought them in Germany and they're getting shipped here," and like this is gonna happen, and then it's gonna crash. You're just gonna have a bunch of cups.
Someone's going to have like 400 cups in their basement.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just feel like this has that, like, where there's really not value. And I know what people are talking about because someone's like, well, the TikTok that really went crazy, but people had Stanleys before this, was the girl's car caught on fire and there was still ice in her Stanley.
Oh, my God.
And everyone's like, would your cup do that? And I'm like, you know what? I would rather not find out. You know what I mean? Like,
I'd
that's
rather-
not my criteria for a cup.
I'd rather have a $5 cup that burned with the car and buy another $5 cup.
Like, I'm like, I don't want to know, first of
Yeah.
all. Also, like, I know that in a more typical scenario, my ice does stay for more than one day. So
Ooh.
that's good.
Thank you, Bubba Cup.
Yes.
Thank you. Well, listen, coming up here next week, so make sure you're with us. Put this in your phone right now because it's a weird start time. Tuesday, 8 a.m. Tuesday, 8 a.m. Your first chance at GTFO with Brian and Kenzie on Q101 and Q101 overall because it's going to go through all the rest of the day. Blink 182 in Miami, Green Day in San Francisco, Foo Fighters in San Diego. We will have chances at these amazing trips with these incredible bands. I'll send you on there to go see them around the country. Just start there. Tuesday, 8 a.m. next week. Be with us for show. All the information at Q101.com.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Coming up in sports at 10 minutes to 7 o'clock. A tremendous night last night for Chicago, specifically LaGrange Park, as J.J. McCarthy, quarterback for Michigan, winning the national title last night. And we're going to have some audio that you got to hear from him. So heartwarming and so amazing. But first, we'll get to your headlines from Gil Curtis of the day.
This is not headline news. The missing part of the Alaska Airlines aircraft that blew off mid-flight has been found in a backyard in Portland. It had already been converted into a craft brewery bar table. A passenger claiming to be the devil forced a JetBlue flight to make an emergency landing. That's ridiculous. Everyone knows Satan only flies Spirit. The three big winners at the Golden Globes were Oppenheimer, Succession, and Beef. The three big losers at the Golden Globes were Joe Coy, and Joe Coy. And Led Zeppelin guitarist Jimmy Page turns 80 today. He's working on a new song, Stairlift to Heaven. This is not headline news.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.